B model. As you can see here, I have this article where I attempted to run it in ComfyUI and it failed. And one of my viewers helped me, and that screencast took a very long time. It was about 14 hours. It was about 4 hours. We tried a whole bunch of stuff. He gave me his settings. I tried all of that. It did not work. So I ended up trying some other methods in ComfyUI. For example, the LTX. Although the viewer told me that's a terrible quality, that turned out to be the best video up to that time. Like, it was even better than the 5B model video. 5B did produce a video for me, but one of the problems when I was using ComfyUI, this is not necessarily a ComfyUI issue. It's simply that the default templates and templates other people use, they're geared towards Intel systems, meaning Intel CPU with the NVIDIA GPU. So the problem is I have an all AMD system. I have the Ryzen 5 5600 GT, that's integrated graphics for the G there, and I have a AMD Instinct Mi60 GPU with 32 gigs of HBM2 memory. So the problem here is that you probably won't find any tests online or people writing blog posts or videos about my current setup and getting really good results from ComfyUI. Most people will have like some even more powerful GPUs, will have like 4 or 5 or etc. So what happened was, when I was actually doing research for not for training models, I was doing research for my own web UI. I came across llama.cpp, and that was really, I was really impressed with it, especially with the Python binding. So actually just today, today in the afternoon, I actually did a video, a blog post and a live stream using it, and actually improved my web UI. So it works really well. It's really fast, and just blew my mind at how fast I'm able to get, of course it's more low level, how fast I'm able to get results from AI if you get the right tool for the job, as I always say. So then I was thinking, hey, if I could get this done for the chat AI, could I get something similar for image generation and for video generation? And the answer is yes. So there's a project, it's called stable-diffusion.cpp. It's inspired obviously by llama.cpp, and this one is obviously for Stable Diffusion, and it's C++. So obviously that's going to be way faster than, say, using Python or some other UIs which are essentially just kind of like bindings for it. So there's going to be performance hits. And the good thing about that is you can actually compile it for your own system to get even faster speed. So I was a little bit lazy. I didn't feel like installing Clang. So what I did is I already had GCC and G++. So I used those to compile it, and I'm pretty happy with the results. Now, unless somebody can convince me that if I use Clang, I would actually get it even faster, I'm pretty happy with the results. Now, most of this past week, I think almost every day except for last night, I've been doing a live stream. Usually it's AI related. So I did a llama.cpp, and then I did some stable diffusion CPP work as well. So in the last one, I think 2 days ago, when I did stable diffusion CPP, I think I even compiled it, and I showed you guys how I did compile it. So I'm not going to recompile it, and I said unless somebody can convince me that it's worth it to compile it with Clang. So I said I just use GCC, and which is the C, and G++ for obviously C++. Give me a second. A little thirsty. All right. So So now, this article, as you can see here, it's from October the 23rd. The information in this article is not useless. This information here could help people, especially if you have an AMD, not AMD, you have an Intel and NVIDIA drive, GPU. The information here will be very helpful because as I tried many different things, but more importantly is I explain my system. You see, I used PyTorch, I have Rocom support, that's all installed, what version and all that. So they do recommend having 64 gigs of minimum RAM, they recommend 64 gigs of RAM, and I kind of agree with that, but 32 gigs is an absolute minimum. Now, as you guys know, although I have 32 gigs of RAM, it's not really 32 gigs of RAM. Here's why. The integrated graphics reserves 4 gigs of that, so I'm already down to 28 gigs of RAM. However, I'm also using ZRAM, which takes somewhere between 4 and 8 gigs of RAM to have a swap. So then you see I'm already down. And then of course I'm running, for example, OBS. I'm running, obviously have some browser windows open, and obviously FFmpeg for the multi-stream. By the way, I'm multi-streaming to YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey all at the same time. So that takes a little bit of RAM too. And of course I'm going to be running the application as well. So obviously you need a little bit of RAM, just for the normal running of the system. So what I'm saying is that it's not really 32 gigs that's free. So, however, one of the reasons I moved to ComfyUI because I saw people who have a lower spec system than I do. For example, they would have like 16 gigs of RAM on a laptop. Their GPU would have something like 4 gigs. So I was thinking, hey, if they can generate video, even just for a few seconds, I'm thinking I should be able to do the same thing, right? Because I'm on a workstation. So, yes, I know I'm well aware of an AMD system. What I'm saying is that I wanted to do that. So most of the articles I read, most people were using WAN 2.1. They were not using 2.2. So my tutorials on 2.2 might be one of the few ones out there. I can guarantee you the 5B works fine. And as I said 2 nights ago, I also ran it with llama.cpp. Now the good thing about llama CPP is that it follows the ComfyUI like a structure for the models, so that's fantastic. So for example, I only had to download one thing, so everything else still works. For example, I can generate images with the same models I had before, so that's great. So if you can see my folder here, you can tell I deleted the Rocom virtual environment because it's not needed because I'm running where is it here? You see this one, SD that stands for stable-diffusion.cpp. Now I did download the binary. I'll explain that again, and here this is the one I compiled myself, so I'll explain that as well. So back to the article. So the article here explains one of the issues I had, when I was loading the model using ComfyUI, because it puts it in RAM first, and then after that it transfers it to the GPU. The problem with that is there's 3 problems wrong with that. The first problem is, as I said before, I don't have the RAM for large models. Okay, the GPU does. Number 2 is the GPU. I found out, now this is not a problem with ComfyUI, that's probably my problem. I noticed when I was running ComfyUI, especially when I did live stream, the quality of the images, not video, the images, even the video, they had more artifacts than normal. Then it's because what I was doing before is using the integrated graphics to live stream. At the same time, I'm recording a video, and to record the video, I use the dedicated GPU. So even that little usage was affecting the result. And for example, with Alma actually crashed and brought down obviously OBS and the live stream and everything. So what I decided to do is the integrated graphic is used obviously, for example, to the display monitors, do the live stream, do the normal stuff, and obviously also the recording. And the dedicated GPU will just be for AI when I'm doing a live stream, or if I'm doing if I do find a video editor that runs on the GPU, then we'll do, or for example, if I have an an editor, like a text editor or programming editor, the dedicated GPU will be there for it. So that there will be no problems, prevent problems in the future. So you can see all the things I tried, including creating a bigger swap partition, a file, and you can see the file here, swap file underscore AI. It's only going to be used for AI stuff. The memory is too expensive right now, so I'm not gonna be buying memory until the prices get back to me. That could be a few years. That also includes, like, I was hoping to get a NVMe, but that's not going to happen as well. The prices are just preposterous right now. So I tried all these things here, and I still had the same problems. I made sure to turn off swappiness on the kernel. I tried all these things. Now, so although I'm talking about video today, everything I'm talking about also applies to images and also applies to chat AIs. So I'm saying that this particular article, even though I failed to generate a video using the 14B model, the information it has, it's a very long article. The information is extremely valuable. So what I'm saying is that I made it in a way that you can always go back to this in the future if you don't understand something and you understand. So basically, if you do have the resources, you always want to get the full precision models. You see, there'll be 32. Now, it's highly unlikely a consumer CPU, your PC, will be able to run models like this. What I'm saying is that you most likely need to run it on a specialized server. So I'm getting it. You can probably do 16, which is half precision. You see, it has minimal loss. So you can see the memory usage is going to be much higher. And then there's FP8, which is obviously the memory usage is going to be low. You have some negligible loss. And then you can see here, it says mid-range GPUs, 16 gig to 24 gig. So that's for the GPUs. So most consumer on the high end GPUs are usually somewhere there 16 to 24 gig. They really don't have anything bigger than that. Like, I don't know, unless they've been talking about coming up with some new ones, but normally they constrain it there. Now, obviously, for the server, you have massive GPUs, so that's why they can run the half precision, 24 gigs to 48 gigs. That's what I said, like my GPU, it was a server GPU, that's why it's able to have 32 gigs, right? And I bought mine used off eBay, in case you're wondering. So there we go, and you can tell here, it will have something like FP16 self-sensor. So I'm able to run something like that, so it's going to be faster as well. And as you can see here, for the full precision, you need GPUs which have like 80 gig plus. Now, do not worry too much about that, because, as I said, there's no consumer grade GPU that has more than 80 gig VRAM or more. However, the good thing is if you're using something like Linux, I don't know about Windows. I haven't used Windows since 2008, actually 2007. So I have no idea how if it's capable. But because Linux is more server friendly, so I'm getting at, you can probably run them in parallel or something. So meaning that you can get a bunch of 16 gig or 24 gig consumer GPUs. Get like 4 of them, and boom, you have the VRAM needed. Okay, and then this is the ones we use. The ones I use personally going forward from now on, I always get the GGUF, the K quaints. I'll explain this later. And you see the relative memory usage, it is about 0.7 times than, for example, the full precision. Now, it's an excellent balance of speed and quality. The reason for this is because it's just highly compressed, meaning that obviously the penalty is going to be slightly slower. But I'm okay with that, because the inference memory constrained systems, for example, this will work perfectly. So my problem isn't the GPU. My problem is obviously memory, as I explained. And it's also DDR4, so there's no way I'm going to spend like an arm and leg to get more DDR4 RAM. Okay, this is primarily used for large language models, but concept applies to aggressive quantization. So I'm saying the information here also applies whether it's image or video. And then of course the K, so this is the queues. If you see something like Q5, Q6, Q7, now you guys understand all this stuff. So basically you want to get the highest possible Q value possible. So usually they recommend starting at Q4 KM, the M stands for medium, and then go up from there if you can. So Q5, Q6, etc. So the K quaint suffixes, you see S, obviously that means small, M is medium, and L is large. So you can tell which one is obviously better. If you can, you get the L. You can see here it says, so the problem with S is going to be, it's going to have maximum compressions. I mean, it's going to, obviously you're going to have a performance hit there. But I'm saying, but if you have no choice, especially if you're on a laptop, yeah, go for it. All right, so I've already explained all this. So for my particular system, because of the memory, not the VRAM, the memory, RAM, you can see here, this 14B, it was too large, especially for ComfyUI. But I'm going to try today with Stable Diffusion CPP, and it's going to be tight, but it should work, hopefully. We'll see. And I already explained this. So if you can get a model that's, let's say Q5KM or Q4KM, you can see the file size, and so there's some negligible loss. So preferred is Q5, but if not, I can get away. The Q4 should be fine as well. That's a good, probably standard for everybody. All right. Okay, so as you can see here, I got the high noise and low noise. You see our Q5s. So that was in ComfyUI, but this time I'm gonna try it on my, as I said, I'm gonna try it on the command line using Stable Diffusion CPP, and then you can. It explains the noise here. So this is a good. I said this is a good read. Although it's I mentioned ComfyUI multiple times because that's what I was using. All the concepts here apply to any model you're going to use, whether it's for chat like Llama, or if you're doing Stable Diffusion. The information is very useful as well. Okay, so these are instructions to try to resolve the problems with ComfyUI. So I've said this might help people, so it's still up there. However, I said I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to use I'm not going to use any nodes, but as you can see here, the memory cleanup, I don't need to worry about that because I'm more low level. I can control that myself. So there we go. So you can read all this stuff here. You can see the file size, so the file size is not a perfect one-to-one for how it will work when it loads up, because you have to remember these are highly compressed, so they'll need to be decompressed. And when, of course, when they get decompressed, especially if they're highly compressed, obviously they're going to be much bigger. So the rule of thumb is it will probably be about 1.5 to probably 2 times as the file size. So what I mean is that if I want to load a model like this one here, which is 10 let's say 11 gigabytes, I probably need to have a minimum of probably 15 gigs. But remember, as I said, you also have your system running and everything, so that probably means you need at least 24 gigs of RAM to run this particular model. And as you can see, because there's this 14B, it uses a bunch of safe sensors, so you can, when you add all that up, my 32 gigs was just it was just not enough. And also I told you, because the other problem is the way it loads in the RAM first, so that's another problem. So as you can see, all the things I tried here, and etc, etc. So this is ComfyUI, but we're not doing ComfyUI today, but it's still a good article. It should be a one-stop place, and you can see it just created noise when I was able to get something, and there we go. All right. So as you can see, this was only generating 3 seconds, and they were just 512 by 512, so very low res, and it took a very long time even on the GPU. So we're going to see if we can do something better than that. And so let's get before we get started, let me show you the site. I can show you the site as well. Okay, so the site is stable-diffusion.cpp. Here we go. It's on github.com legit/stable-diffusion.cpp. So you can follow the instructions here. Let's quickly read it. You can see here stable-diffusion.cpp. It's and they say this project is under active development. API and command line options may change frequently, but it works for my use cases. You can see important news. You see on September the 6th of 2025, they added it supported 1.2.1 and 1.2.2. Then also in September, it started supporting VACE, then the Quen image and Quen image edit. And you can see it's plain C, C++ implementation based on the GGML, working in the same way as llama.cpp. So it's super lightweight. You no longer need to load all these massive libraries, especially the Python ones. You don't need to do that, like PyTorch and all that stuff. You don't need any of that stuff. Super lightweight without the external dependencies. That's fantastic, especially if you have a low spec device or you want to maximize the performance. You can see the image models SD1, SD2, SDXL, image edit models, the Flux and Quen, and the video models 1.2.1 and 1.2.2, and has photo maker support. I haven't tried that one yet, and control net support in SD 1.5. So, and you can upscale the images, and you can see the backends: CPU, CUDA, Vulkan, Metal, OpenCL, and SCCL. Now, you can also use the weight format PyTorch, safe sensors, and GGUF. So that GGUF, very good. Supports obviously Linux, Mac OS, Windows, and Android with Termux. And you can have negative prompts. You can sampling method. So the sampling methods obviously are not like the way ComfyUI is. There's much fewer, but I just leave the default, which is Euler, and that works extremely well for me. And then there's also the pre-built binaries. You can download download some weights, and you can, for example, generate a command, an image. I will show you that in later. And then because it still uses the ComfyUI, I said the model structure, the photo structure. So that's why I still have the ComfyUI folder here. I haven't moved everything over what I need to the models yet. Okay, so now if you notice something interesting, I mentioned I have ROCm, right? AMD GPU, and you notice there's also some wrappers here. There's a Python wrapper. I decided not to go with the Python wrap or any other wrappers because when I'm generating an image or images or a video, it's one of those things that is one. For example, I'll generate one image, I'll generate one video. So if there's a problem, maybe I'll tweak it and run it again. My point is that I don't need a UI, even though it's in C, C++. It probably just be negligible resources. It's just that the command line works extremely well. There's no need for me. This is not like text, because text, when I get text, I need to edit like 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I grab the text, I have to put it in Markdown, then grab it, put it in whatever I'm going to use the text for, whether it's writing, story or some help or checking something out. So that one, the UI makes life easier. In this particular case, for an image, it's not going to make a difference for now. Maybe in the future, but for now, no. So there's a whole bunch of UIs if you need them, and then a whole bunch of contributors as well. So and then obviously references for 1, 2, and 2. 2.2. So what we're going to do is, there's also a performance guide here, so you guys can go take a look at it. I don't need it even because I do not want to be running stuff on the CPU. I want to run on the GPU. And then you can generate an image here. I will explain that. So, the build guide. So let's go to, we'll take a look at the releases in a second. Let's go to the build guide. So the build guide here, you can build it from scratch. Basically, you just clone the, make sure you do recursive. What this means, it will also download or clone the modules. The modules could be other projects. For example, I'll show you here some of the modules that we downloaded. Where were they? Like GGML, right? That's a separate project. It's a module for here, so that also got downloaded as like a dependency. So that's why make sure you don't just clone this, also do the recursive. And then all I did is cd into it and just follow these instructions. If you have already cloned the repository, you can do following. I skipped this part. What I did was I did it for here. What I did was I just I created this build folder, just like the instruction said here, and then I made a few changes here. I'll show you. Obviously, I have ROCOM installed. What did I do here? Yeah, you see it says Clang++ and Clang. So I changed that to GCC because I didn't feel like installing Clang. I know Clang, it's used for, I think, Rust stuff, but because something happened where I got rid of, so I don't have Rust on the system installed anymore. So because there's also space constraints, that's why. So that's why I removed it. But yeah, so I just changed this to G++ and this to GCC because I said it's already installed in the system. If you remember, for my cooling, I had to compile the for that sensor, so I can use a cooler controller. So I said I already had it in the system, so I said why install another compiler when I already have one there? So let's jump to the command line here, and I can show you a few things. So I'm going to grab this first line here, just to show you that you see. It found obviously it found the the installation of ROCOM info, and then the next one it will find the dedicated GPU. So I run that, paste it there, and you see it's going to be building for GFX 906. So when it says if it says C at the end, that's for this. That's obviously integrated. When it says when it gives a phone number, that's the dedicated GPU. So. And then after that, I also installed Ninja. I thought Ninja would be very big. It was only like, I think, 120 kilobytes or something. So I was like, okay, no big deal. So I installed Ninja. I didn't want to install too many packages. So that's the only package that I really installed, and everything just ran fine. There were a few warnings which I'm aware of, compiler warnings, but you can ignore that. There's some, quirks between the different compilers, but it worked perfectly fine. And as I said before, if somebody can convince me that if I change over to Clang or that it will be faster, yeah, I will do that, because why not? Can test some performance. So as I said as well, I also another thing I did was, oops, this is the wrong one. So the other thing I also did is I went to the releases page. You see, this is the one. So this is 3 days ago. Is that the one I got? Yeah, that's the one I got 3 days ago. Yeah, that's the one 3 days ago. This is the one I got. And I went down here. I was looking for something for Linux. So I was a little bit worried because you see there's nothing for Linux here, but there's this Ubuntu one. Then I remember that if it's a pre-compiled, excuse me a second. If it's a pre-compiled binary, as long as it's 64-bit, it should work, and I'll show that to you in a second. Let's go back to our AI folder. So this is the binary. You see, this is this Ubuntu. I guess it was compiled in Ubuntu 2404. So when I extracted that one, this is what I got. And as you can see, there's the SD. That's the binary. and then you have this library, the lib stable -diffusion.so. That's obviously that's what's needed for this guy, and that's it. These are just licenses, so I can open those up for you guys. You can see it says MIT license. That's for the GGM. I remember that's one of the modules or sub modules, and this one is the MIT license by Lee Jet himself for the stable-diffusion.cpp. So free, open source. There we go. There we go. All right. So now Lee Jet said that he tried really hard to compile for ROCm, but there were bugs with AMD, and he was not able to do that. However, I didn't have any problems when I compiled it. So so this version here, this one does not run if you have an AMD GPU on Linux. It's not going to work. It will run on the CPU, so it's going to be slow. So that's why I decided to compile my own. So if you see here, there's one for Mac, and for Windows, you guys are lucky. You have like so many. You have like Vulkan, you have CUDA, of course. You have NoAVX and all the different type of CPUs. So you guys are really, really, really lucky. And of course, there's a source code as well. So I just grabbed the source code and I compiled it myself, as I've explained. So let's go back to the AI folder. So I've already tested this. You can see the quality for the code is actually not too shabby. It does take a little while though because it's running on the CPU. But yeah, the quality is not too shabby. But now the funny thing is, you would expect the CPU to be better than the GPU, right? Right? So there's a few little artifacts here, but that's not a big deal. You can clearly tell that's a cat. Now the interesting thing is when I ran the one this one here, I compiled. I go to the build here. When I ran the cat stuff here, I was blown away at how see that? No, this is the one from the this is the CPU one. When I was generating the video for the 5B, I just needed something, and because I deleted this one, so I took this guy and I basically scaled it to so I could create some videos. So the first time I ran the 5B, I got a black screen here. I don't know if I made a mistake or something, but oops, I don't know if I made a mistake or something. That was weird. And then they just progressively got better. This was the first one, and then I don't know what happened. Like when I ran this last time, you can see much better quality video. There we go. And this one is a weird one. Yeah, so as you can see, these are all from 5B, the 5B model. Right? And is there another one? Oh, that's it. What is the third party? Oh, I guess I can't remember where that came from. Anyways, the build folder was empty. I just followed the instructions in the build. I just followed these instructions with Ninja, and it created all this stuff in here. And you can see in the bin folder, that's the SD. So that's it. I'll build Ninja here. Yeah, so that's it. So let's this screencast is about creating video. It's not about images, and the reason I can ignore images is because the model we're using, the 14B, it's a text to video. It doesn't have an image to video. So this is going to be the first time I'm attempting this. This could completely fail, and I could have, as I said, egg on my face. So if we go back to the legit stable one here, if we click on which one is it here? When video models, we'll just click here, and you see he or she explains how to use it. So we are going to look for 2.2. You see the 5B. I had to download the GGUF because the template for ComfyUI doesn't use GGUF. So that's what I got here, and I got it to work very nice. I tried the same thing with with what ComfyUI does, but that didn't work. But this worked really well. Now we also have oh, this one also does. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Okay, I'll take that back. Sorry guys, I didn't realize this model also does image to video. Okay, so that's good. We already have our image here. We can try that image as well. What I'm going to do is I'll make sure the output says 14B, so we can differentiate between the 5B one and the 14B to see which one is a better quality. So one of the problems with the 2.2, the 14B one, is for some reason the VAE, it uses the 2.11, which is kind of weird. You see, the 2.2, the 5B, it uses the 2.21, but for the 14B, it actually uses the 2.1. Now, luckily, I already have the self sensors I said from ComfyUI. So if I believe, okay, so looks like I need to download this GGUF. I need to download this GGUF, and you can see it should tell me where to put it. It also tells you where to put it. You see, to tell you to put it in the, oh, it doesn't really matter about the naming convention. So I think down here. So we're going to try, this is what we're going to try. There's actually a few of them here. There's text to image, image to video, text to video, and image to video. So there's oh, and this one text to video. What's the difference? Oh, that's interesting. So I'm gonna oh, that's 2.1. Sorry, oops, wrong one. Yeah, it's kind of confusing. 2.2. So this we're gonna try. This is we're gonna try. Oh, Laura, no. We're going to do. Okay, yeah. So this is the one we're going to do right here. 2.2, 14B, 14B, 14B. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. That's the three we're going to try today. Now, before I do that, you notice something interesting. It says it's bin sd.xee. Now, I do remember from my Windows days, I know this is for Windows. So I need to convert this into what do you call it? Into basically my Linux system, or which will be probably the same if you're running a Mac OS or BSD or something like that. So I want to copy this. Do I have the GNOME text editor open anywhere? Oh, looks like I don't. Okay, open up the GNOME text editor. Here we go. So I'm going to paste this in here. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So what I need to do is I need to convert all of these to the slashes to the other way around. So I don't know what's the fastest way to do that. Okay, this one is easy enough. I know it's going to be like that. So copy this, paste it here, and just I need to change it from backslash to slash. That's the Unix way. So I hit replace, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an absolute path, just because I'm lazy. So it will be /mount/AI. So replace, and the rest I think I can do one by one here. Yeah, I should be able to do one by one. I think I have this one. I'll double check. And slash here, slash. This should be a slash. Okay, and obviously this is wrong. So this should be bin/sd because I'm on Linux. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to put it somewhere. What was this one again? Where did I copy this? this is text to video. So this is going to be the text to video. Okay, I'm checking to see if I have everything there. The QA, yeah, I did download that last time, so we have that one. The one, I'm going to check the VAEs and low noise. I believe I do have that one, low noise. It's in diffusion models. And the Q8 high noise, I believe I have that one as well. And the, oh, there's another, I forgot to do another slash. Okay, I think, okay, so let's go check to see if I have all these models. Okay, so the first thing is we go to ComfyUI, we go to models, and I'm gonna go to diffusion models, diffusion models, and we're looking for 2.2 T. Ooh, it looks like I don't have it, so I need to download that one. Okay, that's no problem, I'll download it. And then we need to go and get the high noise P8. It's the same one. Huh, interesting. Okay, it's different, so I can't use this models. Okay, that's interesting. So I can't use the same stuff I used for ComfyUI. All right, that's not a problem. And then I know this one, the VAE, that one I know I do have that one. Where's VAE? VAE 2.1 safe sense. So this is the only one I have. So I need to go download the high and low for the AB. Yeah, there's also a way you can do conversions, but I'm not going to take a chance in case. So I'll just re-download them. Now I gotta make sure I have enough space. So let me jump to the command line here. Make sure I have enough space. So I'm using the mount AI. I probably need to delete some other models here as well. Let's see, mount AI. Where's mount AI? Oh, I do have enough. Yeah, I have lots of space, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm going to delete these two because this one only used for. Oh no, not these two. I definitely need these two, so I'll keep these ones. But in the diffusion, so the text encoders. Where is the text encoders? Make sure I save this. The text encoder, this is the one what's the 8? Yeah, so I downloaded this one yesterday for both the what do you call it? Not yesterday, 2 days ago, for the 5B model. So this one did work. So I can delete the rest of this one. So I'll go through that some other time. All right. So let me go. I'm going to download. I'm going to use ARIA 2, which is a parallel downloader. You can also use Excel. So let's go here to diffusion. With diffusion, diffusion models. So I'm going to go in here, and this is where I'm going to download it to. I can also do it for me, I'm guessing. All right. So we need to go to Hugging Face. So Hugging Face here, and we're gonna look for. Oh, I just realized he actually gave the direct link. Where is it? Give the direct link, so I don't even need to waste time here. So 2.2. So I have the no, not that one. So what I need is I just need this guy here. Oh wait, that doesn't make any sense. I'm confused. Safe sensors. So what do I have then? Oh no, this is the image. This is image to video. What's the difference between what I need is so I need to download this guy? no, so I do have the self sensors. I don't need to download that. I do need to download the okay, here. So I need to go here and download the low noise and the high noise. So I'm going to click here, and this is the model. So I need to get the high and low. So I already have the VAE, so let's go to high first and see how big those files are. Okay, so is this zoomed out? Okay, so I wish it would tell me which. Okay, so which one do I need? I need the high noise Q8. So Q8 is usually the highest one here. So most likely it's yeah, this is the high noise one. And what is this one here? That's Q6. So oh, it's 15 gigs. Ooh, man, that's a big one. So just click on that. And then where is the download? There should be a download. Oh, here, copy download link. So I copy the download link. And then what you do is just give it a name. So in this case, I'll just give that guy a little name there. And then the URL. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys this. Don't. So this is it's going to be in diffusion models right here. Okay, so then I'm just going to paste it. So what this is going to do is it's going to download. Oh, it's going too fast. Okay, let's go down here. So it's going to take, how long is this guy going to take? Oh wow, it's going to take a while, 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, so it's going to take, well, it's going fast. So you see how fast, because it's doing parallel, you see it's going down really, really fast. So some of you know, you see, it's already 8 minutes. Oh, it's going to go up and down, okay. All right, so we'll let that go. Well, now it's 30 minutes. Wow. But yeah, it should finish in about 10-15 minutes. So we'll let that go. So then the next one I need is the low noise. I also need the low noise one. So let's go and take a look where the low noise one is. So I think I can just hit the back button a few times. This is all high noise. You can see, for example, this one is the this is Q2. That would be horrible quality. Don't get that one. And you can see the file size. So yeah. So let's. I think I click the back button again. Yeah, low noise. Now we need low noise. So for low noise, the one I need is a Q8 again, so I'm going to guess it's this one. Yeah, that's a Q8. It's another 15 gigs. Okay, so I go there and I'll copy this download link. So I need to download this one as well. Okay, and very similar to the other one. It's a good idea to give it a shorter name so you don't get okay. So how much time is this one left? It says about 9 minutes. If the remote server allows multiple connections, you can do multiple parallel connections. So I'm gonna paste this one in here and I'll explain it. So that's, come on. Okay, whatever. Area 2C -C. The C stands for meaning that if something happens, it can continue. The -X, that means it's a maximum of 16 connections per server. Then -S, that stands for it's going to split the download into 16 segments. That's for parallel downloading. -K, that means it's going to be in 1 megabyte segment size. And then -O, that's the output. So you see, ooh, yikes, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I made a mistake there. I shouldn't put that in there. Okay, let me copy that again. Yeah, that name doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so you can see it says area 2, so it's downloading. So let me clear this. Okay. So yeah, so this is the name out, -O, that means the output. That's the name there. So we're getting the load noise as well, and this is the URL for the load noise. So I'm going to, how much time is left? Okay, this one says 6 minutes, so that's 6 minutes. I'm going to hit enter, so we can start downloading the other one as well. So that one, it says 30 minutes, 20 minutes. So it'll obviously speed up once this one finishes. So while we're waiting, we can actually, while we're waiting for that, what I'll do is, not to waste time, I'll go back to here. Not this one, not to the build. So you can build for Musa, Metal, Vulkan, OpenCL, that's for the Adreno GPU. The AMD, and I think also Intel, they also support OpenCL, so you do have, but I believe this one, HIP Blast, that's for Qualcomm, so that works. And you can also try OpenBlast and obviously the CPU. Okay, so while this is taking its sweet time here, I want to go back to where was I? Yeah, let me grab the other commands and tweak them so that by the time this is ready, we can just run it. So okay, so the 14B. So this is image to video. So I'm going to grab this as the 14B as well. So I'm going to grab this one. This one is text to image, so this should be obviously the fastest one. We'll test this one as well, because if this model does everything I need, I might actually get rid of the 5B and get rid of all this image stuff as well. So we'll check all of them out. So that's where that's going, and I should probably have done the same thing. Oh, it's okay. Diffusion models, go. And diffusion models again. Let me just grab all this stuff here so that when these guys are ready, we can just run them. So I said not to waste any time. Okay, and diffusion models as well. EAE and text encoders. Okay, I have to do the text encoders. slash. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this here so we'll see what's going on. Come on. Okay. Put a comment there so we know which one does what. Image to video. So what image did I use last time? Okay, output scaled. Image to video, yeah, here we go. Alright, and the first one is the usual text to video. Alright, how are we doing here? 7 minutes. And what's the other one? 15 minutes. Okay. I also have one of the things you can also, if I go to the command line, I'll show you how it runs. We'll go to the build here. I don't know if I have a terminal there. Oh, looks like I'm not. I don't have a terminal anywhere here. Okay, so I guess I can CD into one of these. Stable diffusion build. Yeah, there we go. So if you type bin, let me clear this first. If you just type bin /sd and something like help. Yeah, here we go, help. So these are all the possible, oops, okay, these are all the possible options. I say you have a lot of options. If you're coming from ComfyUI, this should make a lot of sense to you. You can see you load the model, clips, path to clips, if you're using a text encoder. So this is very similar VAE, the path to your VAE model, LoRa model, the LoRa model directory, photo maker. I said I haven't tried this yet. Control image. Is the control image the same thing as the image to video? Is that I? Where's control? I is path to init. Okay, that's init image. Okay, I guess that means initial image. That's different from the control image. I thought they were the same thing. Looks like they're different. And then the output, as I told you guys before, it's -O. That's usually a standard in command line stuff. And the prompt, obviously, you know, prompt to tell you what you want. And obviously, there's a negative prompt. You see, we did a little thing where I copied the negative prompt, put it into translate, and just says, you know, good quality and all that kind of stuff, even though it's in Chinese. And then the number of threads if you want to use. Obviously, that's for the CPU. Yeah, so it even says right there, CPU physical cores. And then the height, the width. By default, it's set, at least when I run this on the command line, it's set for vertical, which is, where is the size? It's, I did see the size there. Am I crazy? I did see the size. Not seeing it. Oh, this is a bigger model. I think I was thinking of the 5B model. The 5B model, the default was set to, what is it set to? 480 by 832. Oh, here it is, yeah. Oh no, this one is different. It's 832 for the width and 480 for the height. So that's a landscape. The other one was the inverse of that. So it looks like this one also has to be a multiple of 64. Okay. Then you can put the number of video frames here. default is set to 1, and then you can see the frames, the FPS, frames per second, and then the time shift, and then the CFG scale. So the lower this number, obviously the faster it will create, but you probably get some quality, lower quality. And then some tips. If you notice why I upscaled this image here, the reason I did that was because by upscaling the image, it goes faster. It doesn't have to use any resources to do that. In this case, I might have to flip this image around because it looks like it needs an image to be, what's the image one? It wants it to be, okay, so I'm going to open this image up in GIMP. Okay, say 6 minutes. How much is this one? 14 minutes. Okay, so we have still about 20 minutes to go. So I'm going to open up this image, and originally the image obviously came as a square, 512 by 512. So I tried scanning it and whatever. So I'm going to grab, this was the original image, I believe, untouched. Yeah. So this is the image that was generated by the CPU. So that's fine. I'll use that. I'm going to open up in GIMP and make this wide. So we'll open up with GIMP. So I don't know if I have to do this, but basically I want to just scale this image. I'll just go image scale, and I don't want it to be locked. I don't want the aspect ratio to be locked. This is just a video demonstration. So we want this to be set to 832 by 480, I believe it is. Come on, I didn't see it before. Come on, why can't I see it? Oh yeah, 480. Yes, 480. Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna just export it as I guess a PNG file is fine. So I'm just gonna call it same as this one, but just I should have done that by 480. Okay, just export, it's fine. Okay, so this is the image I'm going to use. Oops, I need to press F2. Because if you have the image done properly first, I said it will be a little bit faster, so you don't have to wait for. It doesn't take too long to do it, but if you're gonna squeeze the performance out, why not? So here I'm gonna put the. I'm gonna take that out. The image, and then all right. So how much time do we have left? It says 2 minutes here, and how much is this one? This one says 8 minutes, so I'm gonna guess this is gonna be 15 minutes. All right, so let's wait up. What else can I show you guys? Oh, let me check the live chats. So there's nothing in YouTube. There's only one from, let me refresh the BitChute here. Surprised the live chat was working. Okay, I'm gonna hit play. Why is it spinning? Oh, is it because I'm downloading? Okay, there we go, that's working. And I'm gonna refresh Rumble and hit play as well. Looks like it says live. Okay, but I don't hear anything. So I'm hoping it's live, okay. And ooh, man. Okay, Rumble seemed to have, something must have happened to, not Rumble, Odyssey. Okay, Odyssey is loading up. Let's hit play. Okay, it's taking a low. Okay, there we go. It's flashing. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so there's no other chat requests. Okay, this one says it's 30 something seconds. Hopefully that should just finish. Okay, it says it's less than 20 seconds, but with what it then it jumps up again. Okay, it's going up. Okay, maybe I should look away. It looks like anytime I look at it, then it starts going up instead of down. Okay, so is it gonna finish? Are you gonna finish? Oh, it's done. Okay, so that download completed. It took 12 megabits per second. Okay, not too shabby. Now this other one should now start going much faster at 3 minutes. So you guys can wait 3 minutes. I'll take a sip of water. I'm gonna have egg on my face if this doesn't work. By the way, I'm not blaming ComfyUI. I'm just saying that I was able to squeeze way more performance out of this without having to do too much. Oh, yeah. So if we go back to this video, when I got this black video, what I did was, let me go to my downloads folder and I'll show you what I did. So you see, I got this from the internet. I think it was from Reddit. And so I looked at this file. Let me actually here, so people on a vertical screen can see it. I don't know. I'll zoom in. There we go. So what I did was I looked here. You see, the first thing I noticed here, it's the seeds are random. This is the CFG. It's set to 5. So I was like, okay, 5, 6. Obviously, I say the higher the number, the better the quality. And the sampler name, you see, it's uni_PC. This doesn't exist in the currently. I think that one is unique to ComfyUI. And then the scheduler, this one that helped me. See, scheduler is set to simple. This is what I did to get the to get it to actually start producing quality. But then last time I ran it, it looks like I didn't need this anymore. And yeah, so that worked. Zoom out a little bit here. I'll show you the rest here. You see the FPS is 24. I tried all this just to make sure I wasn't doing anything wrong. And then you see the so I thought maybe it's because the resolution, but that doesn't make a, I mean the quality doesn't make a difference there. This is the default, by the way, in case you're wondering. This is the default ComfyUI 2.2 Ti to V5B. You see, this one uses the FP16 self sensors, but however, for the text encoder, you see it actually uses FP8. So that's but you see everything is 2.2. So I just followed the instructions from the GitHub, and I was able to get it working perfectly. All right, so this is the one about, see, this is a negative prompt, although it looks like it's kanji. Oh, this guy is done. Are both of them done now? Yes, both of them are done. All right, so let's fingers crossed. Let's see if oh, the shift is 8. I missed this one here, so the shift is 8 as well. Where did I get the shift from? Where did I get the shift? Oh, here. The shift is 8.0. I completely missed this part here. So that's another thing you can try. But I'm saying is I was able to get better results, as I just showed you guys. Okay, so all the models downloaded. Am I in my build folder? Where am I here? PWD. Yeah, I'm in the build folder. Okay, so let's clear this, and let's before we actually run anything, if it does work, I'm gonna start my cooler control. So let's go. You guys, so you see everything is downloaded here. And so that means I can delete all these safe sensors. I don't need them. I believe, yeah, I can delete all this. I can delete everything here instead. So that's fantastic, because this is a Q8. Is that less than this one? Well, we'll see. All right, so so just sudo and cooler control. Put in my password. So we don't need this one. I can, in case you wanna, you see it did download, did complete. Where is the browser? So here we go. I'm gonna go here, and I think it should be ready. Yeah, it's done. Whoa. Okay, so in case this is your first time seeing my system, this is the CPU. It's AMD Ryzen 5 5600 GT. So the CPU temperatures, and this one is the dedicated GPU, and this is the integrated GPU. So I don't need that one, and I don't need the Wi-Fi. The temperature, it doesn't even have a fan. And you see the one that controls the fan shout is this guy right here, system fan 2. You see it's running at 2%, because this fan, cooler fan, only uses percentages. But from BIOS I set it to about 27, just below 2700 RPM. So I guess that's about a 1.75. Obviously this doesn't do decimals. So what I usually do is I set this to 50%, and it'll be about 8,500-ish RPM. So what I usually do is I pay attention to this temperature. You see at idle, it's not doing anything right now. It's at 40, just low 40s. In the summer it goes a little bit high, because especially this summer there was, the drought is very hot. So it will go anywhere from 47 degrees, which is also fine. So this temperature will go up very, very high very quickly. So that's why I set this up, and I can just hit apply, but not yet. Yeah, we'll monitor this. So I'm actually gonna, let me also open up the task manager, so you guys can can see what's going on as well. So down here you can see the memory usage, and why is it already using swap? I don't know why it's using swap already. I haven't done anything yet, but that's minuscule. And you see the CPUs, this is mostly just because of OBS. Remember, I'm also recording and doing live stream using the integrated graphics. Okay, with that said, I can go here. I want to put this down. I'll put it down here, down there, and we don't need this anymore. We can just go to the build folder, or come back to this when we're done. So I'm going to go here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to run the first command, which was the one which will generate it will generate the video. Everything's all default. It doesn't put the frames, so I'm guessing it's going to be 1 frame. Okay, so I'll just paste it in here, and it's not using CUDA. I don't have a NVIDIA, so I just watch this temperature. When that goes, then I will can I zoom out a little bit more? Yeah, there we go. So you can see more information. There we go. SD failed. So it looks like, is there a problem? It failed. Okay, well, I probably made a mistake. This is the thing. Probably made a mistake. It says loading failed. Which one did it find? So I couldn't find it in diffusion / mount FEI models, diffusion models 1 2.2. Is the name wrong? High noise. So it cannot find the. It found this one, but it didn't find the. What about the low noise? Unknown format. Okay. High noise. Where's the low noise? Unknown format is a low noise. Okay, so it says unknown format, but that's That's weird. Unknown format. So clearly it found it. And you can see it found my raw comment, found 2 of them. Obviously it's going to use the one of them. It says unknown format. Why does it say unknown format? Yeah, did I screw up here somewhere? It's 15 gigs. Yeah. Low and high noise. That's weird. I copied this right from the NES. Let's take a look at the, is it here? Here, no, here? No, this one here. Oh, that's the build. Yeah, so I copied this right from here. Low noise, then hyphen. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is my fault. Looks like I, okay. No, it's diffusion model. The path to the model, I got that right. Then after that it says high noise, which is, so it does low noise, then that's a, yeah, diffusion model is a low noise, which I got right. And then high noise, hyphen high noise, yeah, I got that one right. Then after that is VAE. Yeah, I got that right as well. And then the text TXL, I got that one right. Then hyphen P, lovely cut, and then CSV sampling. Sampling is Euler, steps is 10, high noise, and sampling methods, high noise steps, V and E, and then we have the kanji, diffusion, and then the flow shift 3.0. Yeah, I got everything there. I don't know why, yeah, it says right here, it failed. Is it because you can't find it? Maybe you can't find it. Let's see. Maybe you can't find it. So I'm going to just ls. It looks like it can't find it. So what did I do wrong? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, the problem is it cannot find the model. Okay, so maybe. Oh, you know what? I think it was maybe. Let's go check it out. What's the actual model? Okay, so I'm just going to copy. I'm going to copy both of them just to. It's probably just a spelling thing. So let's copy this and do a comparison. When. Oh shoot! I downloaded the wrong one. The one I got is the yeah, you see it says I2V. That means image to video. So I downloaded the wrong one. So that's not a problem because I do have, so I can't run that one. I downloaded the wrong one, but luckily for me, I also, this is the one I downloaded, image to video. So that, this one should actually be one of the better quality ones. So I'm going to use that one instead. Let's go back to the command line. So let's clear this and paste this in here and be ready to hit this. That's one of the reasons I always say I don't like working on a small screen, because things like that can happen. Okay, so looks like this one is no problem, and there we go. So fingers crossed. You see the memory. This one is. I'm hoping after it loads it in RAM, it gives it to the GPU. Otherwise, we are going to have problems. Look at this. It's not even halfway done, and it's already getting right up there to the memory limit there. So I might not be able to run this. So this is not a ComfyUI problem. I said I just don't have enough RAM. Well, I don't think it's going to use the swap. It's already using the swap space, and it still hasn't loaded. So it's going to be slow now because it's using disk space. So it's going to slow down. Yeah, it's going to slow down. It's going to be extremely slow. What I'm hoping is that after this is what I was saying, the inefficiency. I wish it would just dump it right onto the GPU instead of loading it up in. This is the high noise. Okay. I don't understand. Why doesn't it release? It loaded the low noise. Why didn't it release the RAM? You should pass this to the GPU. Why is it still holding this one? Is it going to do it after it loads everything in RAM first? See, that's what I'm saying. This is why I don't like using large models, because they're very inefficient. Yeah, so it's going to be slow loading. Yeah, so it's already maxed out my memory. And the swap, even the swap is getting very, very close there. I don't think it'll be big enough. I might have to make a bigger swap drive. That is getting really, really tight there. Yeah, it's very, very inefficient. Why does it do that? We should load like half the model up, give it to the GPU, load the next one, give it to the GPU. Yeah, so I think I will not be able to run anything else if this. Yeah, see, it slowed down quite a bit. Yeah, I'm out of I'm out. It's not gonna work. You see, the swap is almost full. Yeah, it's not gonna finish. There we go. It's not gonna finish. Yeah, I need a bigger swap. Oh, that is really, really tight. Oh, it froze. Yeah, it finished. Yeah, there's no more memory. It ran out of memory. So, did it finish? Alright. Oh, I forgot to switch this guy on. The GPU is actually going. I didn't even notice that. You see, the GPU temperature is going up. So then it gives it to the GPU. But this is what I don't like. You see, it's not releasing this from the RAM. Why is the CPU still being used? Okay, it dropped some RAM here, but that's not good enough. Like, what's the point of having the GPU then if you're gonna stay with RAM? Yes, see, yeah. So it looks like, yeah. I said like the RAM prices are too high. Looks like I'm gonna stick to 2.25B. I'm not going to do any 14B one. I just don't have enough. Yeah, I just don't have enough RAM. But I did get much further than I did when I was using ComfyUI. The only problem is, and this is what I was trying to say, look, it's barely using the VRAM. I mean, what's the point? You only offloaded like 6 gigs there. Okay, the swap is going down. Yeah, you see it says fail to allocate compute buffer. Well, duh, because you're hogging everything into RAM. Yeah, so I ran out of memory, as I suspected. So yeah, and you see it let go of the GPU. You can see the temperature is down there. So there's an error. So this is not going to work. Yeah, so the model is too big, and of course I can use some of the smaller low noise stuff, but the quality won't be good. So you know what? I'll just stick to 5B. So yeah. So this is not going to work. Now, the good thing about this is, unlike before, I'm still in the live stream. I can see OBS is still working. I'm still recording. The live stream is still going on. Nothing. It didn't crash the computer, unlike the ComfyUI stuff. So that's a fantastic. That's a good thing about it. I say, yeah, I don't have enough. Now, as I said, I could increase the swap space, but it's gonna be slow anyway. So I don't think it's worth it. Now, the good thing about this is, obviously nothing's going to happen here, so I can just press Ctrl+C to quit, and if it doesn't work I can simply just close the terminal. That'll also work, or I can the other ways I can close it. So let me Ctrl+C again. It ran out of memory, so yeah, you see it's not, is it releasing it? Yeah, it's not even using the CPU, so this is just stuck in RAM. So all I can do is, I think if I close this, it should release it. Yes, some process is still running, so I can simply just close that. No, it looks like it's still running. Is it going down? Yeah, it looks like it's going down. No, was it too slow? Oh, is it go? I can't tell if it's going down. Okay, looks like it's not. So I'll go to, let me just open up here, cd stable and go to build, and let me just zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so if I type what's the name of the program? It's SD, so PSEF SD. Yeah, you see it's running quite a bunch of stuff with SD there. So I think I should be able to come here, go to processes, and here's SD. This is running, so I'm going to end that. And you can see it's still taking up 16 gigs. So if I end that, that should, how's my memory, how my resources going? Oh, still not releasing you. It's weird. Is it going down? No. Let's terminate. Is it going down? 17. Are you going down or not? Looks like you're not going down. Oh, it looks going down slowly. 14. Okay, it's going down slowly. So yeah, it's going down slowly. Okay, so it's going to release this slowly. We should go a little bit faster. Yeah, it is going down. No, wow, it's going way too slow though. Yeah, so it is going down. So I didn't crash my system, so that's a good thing. So now, but that guy goes down. I don't know if it's deleting it from swap or from a memory. okay, it is going down, so I'll just monitor this, make sure it is actually, it looks like it stopped. Can I get the process ID for that one? Oh, did it finish? Oh, it looks like it killed it. Yeah, it killed it. Okay, so I guess I was just impatient. I just had to wait. So you see, it released it finally, and so that's fine. So here's a problem. I can't run this model. The reason I can't run that model is if I go to, say, for example, Newegg, and newegg.c, of course, and I say DDR4 run. Okay. Look at the ridiculous prices for this, right? This is crazy, right? Look at the prices. This is nuts, complete nuts. Look, and they're supposed to keep on going up. Look at the prices for this. 16 gigs. This is crazy. I bought not too long ago, like what, 2 months ago, when I built this system. I got 32 gigs of RAM. And let me actually pull up my I'm gonna check. Oops, I need you. Oh, I can tie off the downloads here. Okay, I'm gonna look at my receipt. Literally, I paid, I can't remember how much, I can't even remember where I got the RAM from. I think it was from Newegg, but I'm gonna check my receipts. And there's no way I paid, this price is just ridiculous. Remember, I got 32 gigs of RAM. Let's check where's the receipts. So this system is, how old is this system? Not too old. When did I build this? September? Oh no, yeah, it must have been September. So let me go check September. I should actually have checked. Is it 3rd? No. It's not too long ago. I know it wasn't too long ago. Okay. Is that it? I can't see it here. Oh, here we go. It was around. Okay, yeah, here we go. So here, I bought. Actually, it looks like I bought it from Amazon. Okay, I bought it from Amazon. So I bought 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM. That's 2x16 for $70.99, and that was on. That was August the 24th of 2025, and the price is more than doubled. This is just crazy, right? Look at the prices. This is just crazy. So you might say, well, oh, Edward, and remember, this is the so-called cheap time where this stuff is Black Friday. So the reason I didn't buy more, because I was saying that if Black Friday should go down or get some deal, I can then get, even though I don't want to buy DDR4, I was saying I can buy, I can, if the price is right, I can buy more. So let's go to Amazon. I go into Amazon.ca. I'll type in here DDR4. Okay. Remember, I paid $70.99, which I thought was, right? And you can see here. Oh no, I thought this was 32. I was gonna jump on this one. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. This is crazy. Look at this. The price went way up. 16 gig. That is just nuts. So there you go. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I'm not paying these prices. I'm not gonna. I would rather wait. I can be stubborn. I think this is the memory I bought. 32 gig. Yeah, this is the one I bought. I think Time Tech. Okay, let's check out Time Tech. It's the exact same thing I bought. So remember, this is what I bought. 32. The 32. It's more than double. No, 70 is 140. So yeah, it's almost doubled. That is crazy. Yeah, this is the one I bought, and it's more than double, almost double. Wow. So I could have bought like 128 at that time, and I was like, I'll wait. Yeah. Wow. And if you think that's crazy, I was also looking for NVMe drives. I came very close to buying at that time, but I had a bunch of spare stuff. So there you go. So yeah. So I can't. I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna get ripped off. Like I bought something not even on sale, and yet now when we're having the Black Friday, it's like the price is just ridiculous. They claim it's because of AI, like all the data centers, the AI, they're buying up RAM and stuff. Okay, so if that's true, are they buying old memory? Clearly they're not, right? So they're not. So what I'm saying is that they're clearly buying probably DDR5 or a bunch of GPUs. So how is this stuff, which was probably made last year, why does that have to go up in price, right? So that's crazy. Anywho, so that's it. So I apologize that I'm not able to generate any video using the one 2.2, including that's because I said I said I could increase the swap. So one of the things I could do, I could increase the swap, but the problem I noticed is because it's that 2.1 VAE that's a problem, because it's not efficient. So what it does is, as usual, it loads everything into memory first before it passes to the GPU, which is very inefficient. So what I was saying is that it should load maybe one model, then pass it to the GPU, and that should work, because the GPU doesn't even work. You guys saw the temperature didn't even go up that much, so that's a problem. So it looks like I'll stick to the 5B. The 5B does what I want, so I can get rid of all the other models, and I'll probably start doing that. Is that the... yeah. So let me actually go, before I let you go, let's see if I can generate images using the... let me see, where are we here? No, here, no, here, yes. So let's see the 5B. Does the 5B generate images? I should probably get this guy, the small 2.1. Where was it? 5B. Yeah, so 5B only. Sorry, the 5B one. It does. I already did this text to video, T2V, and I did the image to video. So it looks like the 5B doesn't have the same option where you can I guess generate an image, but I don't know what use that would be. Can't you just take a screenshot? Is that the same thing? Maybe I don't understand. Okay, so if you guys want me to try any of these other models, let me know. But I'm saying I'm pretty happy with the 5B, and I think I'll stick to that one because it does work. You know what? Let me actually run it because I promised I would. No, I didn't promise. I said I'll try it out. So we can run one of those. So it shouldn't take too long. So I will. Well, you guys saw the results. So do I need to run it? Yeah, let me run it because it's a fun little thing. So let me run that, and then I will stop this live stream. So let's go back here. Yeah. So let me clean this up. So I'm going to use the 5B model instead. Okay, you can see it's using the same, it says 5B here, and it's FP16, and this one only takes that, and it takes the safe sensors here. The Q8 is it's the same text encoder. So I press enter, and wait for this temperature to go up. I'll put 50 here. And you can see the memory as well. You see it's like half, right? It's 1263. You can see the memory here, and watch for the GPU here. It's also moving much faster because it's all 2.2. Yeah, the memory went up a little bit. It's about halfway loaded. Now it's rolling the text encoder. You can see the temperature there, and you can see the. So remember, this is a 5B, and you see it's using. It's still used. Remember, I think went down to 5, so it's using about 13 gigs of RAM. So despite what people would say, you also need RAM as well. So it's the limiting factor is not just the VRAM; it's also the RAM. Unfortunately, it seems that they all like loading in RAM first, and then before they pass it on to the GPU. So I said some of the things I could have done is I could increase the swap drive here, but this is just a plain SSD. So I would rather, if I have an NVMe, which is much faster, I would definitely I don't mind using that for swap. Okay, so this one was, oh, this was the slowest one. So this one was the same as the same what do you call it, like the steps are 20 and all of that as well. So it we should use more VRAM, but it's fine. This model is okay because I can obviously, you know, this is perfect for my system. It doesn't use too much resources as well. The output should say something output.avi. So yeah. So there's plenty of RAM, and you can see the temperature of the GPU is now 79 degrees. 79 degrees. So, and you see it's still using the GPU a little bit. Yeah, you see now here we go. You see it's now using 20 gig. You see finally it released it. You see right here. It finally released released it from the RAM. That is a part I really dislike, because it should have released it much faster, and I said then I'll be able to run bigger models, but maybe I have to wait until when 2.3 comes out. Hopefully I guess it's I don't think they consider it a bug, but yeah, I wish or if the RAM gets very cheap, I can then it won't be a problem. Okay, so it's done, and you can see the so I can put this down at 2. Let me put that at 2, and let's go check out that video. Where's the folder? Here we go. So we go to our build, and you see output.avi. That's the default settings that they recommend. So let's play this guy. Does that look like a cat? I don't know why it has a green background there. I guess that's supposed to be outside. So as I said, that's the default, but if you do tweak it, you get much better results. So as you can see, that's the same as the 0000 here. But if you tweak it, for example, especially if you use an image, you get better results. So I'll run that. I'll run it, and I'll show you what I decided to do instead. Let me clear this here. Much better results. I also changed the scheduler to simple. That's right at the end here. You see, we use the output image here and the flow rate. And you know what? I should flip this around. You know what? Yeah, let me flip this around. Instead of getting the 480 by 832, I'm gonna flip it around. I'm gonna make it 832. Yeah, let me try that. Let me. I'm gonna use that image we created. So I'm gonna switch this around. So it's gonna be 832 by 480. And we're gonna use that image. So it's gonna be 832 by 480. So it's gonna be a slightly wide video. So let's copy that. So clear this. Paste. Now, one of the, I guess, issues with running on the command line, you have to wait for it to finish. But if you're using Python, it would stay loaded in much faster in memory instead. So that's one of the benefits. But I don't know if that's a good idea to do that. I should try a smaller model. Yeah, maybe I'll do a smaller model, and I'll try the 2.1, the smallest one, and we'll see. I'm okay with this result. So this one that I said I tweaked it at the end. You saw I used the scheduler simple, and yeah. So I also made it wide instead. So it's going to be a wide video instead of this the vertical video. It's that image which in GIMP which I scaled up. And speaking of memory, I also checked eBay for used memory. Yeah, the prices were still also ridiculous there as well. So I was like, okay, looks like there will be no memory for a while. Or I have to make do with what I have. So maybe I'll just use smaller models. They'll be faster. One thing I didn't look for used NVMe. I don't know if that's a good idea though. If it came from a server, I would rather buy that than for an individual. And if in case you're curious, oops, wrong one. In case you're curious, this is the memory usage for the 5B model. If you remember when we tried the 14B model, it maxed out the RAM, and it maxed out my swap as well. So I'm not going to increase the swap. I think I'll leave it. In fact, I might even get rid of it. The disk one. Okay, here we go. How much more we have to go? And you can keep on tweaking it. What did I do tweak here? Oh, this one I put the CFG scale to 5. That's based on the ComfyUI default one. What else did I do here? Oh, the sample, the seeds I put -1, so that makes it random. And the last thing I did was the video frames. I set it to 33. I think that's the default. And then yeah, so this one is going to be wide. I'm curious to see what it will look like. because usually they're just vertical portrait. So this one is wide or landscape. But this, I mean, the size is just flipped. Instead of being 480 by 832, it's 832 by 480. I'm really curious to see what it will look like. Seems to be taking longer. And of course, you can do squares. Like if I did it at 480 by 480, obviously it will be much faster as well. So this is a wide video, and this is a wide video here. And you can see when you use an initial image, the quality is already much better than the one we had before. Actually, that's really good. Oh, let's play it again. Okay, so I'll put it here so people who have vertical screen can see it as well. So you can see, let me play it a little bit. Yeah, so that's it. So it's a 3-second video. No, sorry. What is the frame rate? Let's go check it out. Nautilus previous quit. You froze on me again? Come on. Yeah, so let's check the. I put it at 33 frames, so I don't know what that is. It's 1 second. Oh yeah, it's 24 frames per second. So obviously, the more frames, the better the quality as well. So I could dump this to 16 and have longer. So it's a 1 second. It's a 1 second video, or some change. All right, so I'm going to turn this off, and we can stop this. So unfortunately, I won't be able to run any bigger models. I think I can try in another one. I can try probably somebody told me I should be able to run this 14B for 2.1. Let me see, how will I be able to run that? Diffusion. Yeah, I think they're right. So I'll try the 2.1 because that one doesn't load two models. It doesn't load like a high noise and low noise. So I can probably try those ones, and obviously I can run something like this one, the VAC and 2. Yeah. So maybe I'll try that as well. But definitely the 2.2 14B, I'm not able to run it because of, as you guys saw, just don't have enough. I don't have enough RAM, and I'm not going to get any RAM anytime soon unless someone donates it. So obviously I should be able to run this guy here. I should actually try that one. I should try this one. All right. This live stream is taking. You know what? It's a live stream. Should I download this guy? You know what? It's a live stream. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna try it. Why not? Let me grab this guy, and I will say this is obviously 5B down here. And this is gonna be 1. So this is gonna be 1 2.2. It's gonna be 1 2. I should just copy this. Makes more sense. Okay, so let's copy this and see what it needs. Okay. So this is bin. And then we have VAEs here. VAE. Oh, I already have this. So that's actually good news. I just need to download, I think, is that the same 2.1 for the other model? Yeah. Oh, I just need to download one thing. So let's go there and see the 2.1. Is it one? What is it? 1.3b. 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 So what I need is the diffusion models, which should be here. Yeah, here. And the one I want is FP16. Excuse me. Oh. 3B FP16. This one here. FP16. Yeah, this is the one I need. FP16. How big is this guy? I didn't check its size again. Where is it here? Copy link. So put this in the diffusion models. Okay, so let's go back to our diffusion models here and open the console. You need to create something here for it. Where is the area? Okay. Did I make a mistake? What's going on here? Did it finish downloading? What the? Oh, I forgot. Okay, my fault. What's going on? Paste. There we go. It's 2 gigs, so if you bear with me, it should be done in about, it says here, in about 2 minutes. So let's go down here. Okay, so it's not about a third of the way done. So when that guy done, then we'll test it out as well and make sure everything is fine. Oh, it's also weird. It's also a wide video. So what I'm gonna do is this guy here. I'm just gonna put underscore. I'll say 5B. Yeah, it's a 5B. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll just say 5B wide. Okay, and then it's less. Yeah, I guess what, 2/3 done. And where is the terminal for this guy? There we go. I'm gonna add an output here so it comes out the way we want. So it's usually -O, and what's it? I'll just say output 121 underscore 13.avi. Oh, I should that's fine. Alright, so it finished, so let's check this one out. Let's check the cooler control as well, make sure this guy put 50%. So we'll check the memory and see how quickly this guy will load up. I don't like it using quite a lot of CPU there, but is it done? Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Did he actually load that quickly? Wow. Okay, it loaded much faster. That was interesting. Seems to like to use one CPU quite a bit. Wow, interesting. Look, more VRAM. Okay, that's good. Because the other ones were using, even the 5B one was allocating only like 300 something. Basically, this one is doing more. So yeah, so that's fine. I'm just curious to see what type of quality this will have. It seems to be stuck. Am I crazy? It seems to be stuck here. Oh, it went to 6. It's stuck at 5 for a long time. What is going on here? Why is it taking so long? Yeah, this is kind of high CPU. Okay, that seems to be slow. Why? Maybe some tweaks here. I could probably drop the CFG scale. Man, oh, it's a 20 steps. Okay, I can probably drop the steps. Looks like it's 20 steps, so I can drop this down to. You can set the number of steps, but I'm going to leave the default to see whatever quality we get. From my testing, 8 steps is actually pretty good. So yeah, I might test it again with the 8 steps instead. And if I drop the obviously I can also set the number of frames per second and the number of frames, and obviously the size as well. You can throw around with all those, and then surprised this is taking so long. For that many steps, the quality better be. It better wow me. That is slow. Wow. I think also the 2.1 they're more geared towards probably NVIDIA stuff. So maybe it's really trying really hard to find NVIDIA, and it's not. that explains why the CPU temps are high. They should not be high. So it is still using the CPU, even though it's still using the GPU as well. The problem is, that's why I was concerned. I'm like, why is the temperature of the CPU high? I can answer my own question. Clearly, it's also using the CPU. That's why it's slow. It should be more tuned for the GPU. And this will go faster, as you guys saw. But I can drop down the number of steps. I said you can even 8 steps should be more reasonable. Come on. Yeesh, that's the longest one ever. Oh, I just saw this. 8 gig is in cache. Wow, that's slow. This definitely needs to be tweaked. Does anybody know what VSC stands for? Okay, we could try that some other time. But this guy is, whoa, woefully slow. Oh, looks like it's starting to speed up here. Oh, it actually even uses less VRAM as well. You see, it's only using 19. It could be slow, so because I said all this stuff is cached, so maybe if I clear the cache, it will be will go faster, which I hope it does. Otherwise, I'll just stick to the 2.25B works for my use cases. It's fast enough. Okay, so this one took way too long. What is this? 386. That's like yeah, that's way like 6.5 minutes almost. So let's check out that video. That video better wow me. All right, so what's the name of? Oh, here's the video. That doesn't look very nice. Am I crazy? That doesn't look very nice, but let's check it out. Yeah, so I'll probably give this another try later. Usually when you switch models and do some weird stuff, sometimes you get those weird type of results, but I'm gonna run it again. I'm gonna make a few tweaks. I'm going to what else can I do here? I'm going to change the steps. I'm gonna change the steps. Excuse me. I'm gonna change the number of steps, and I'm also going to change the frame rate, and I'm going to change the sampler as well. So let's go do that. Let me actually copy this so I can put it down. And what is the one for the FPS? Oh yeah, FPS, very simple. FPS, I'm going to change it to 16. And the steps, I'm going to change them to steps. I'm going to change it to 8 steps. And the CFG, I'm going to change that to, I'll change it to 1. And I'm going to add I'm going to randomize the number of seeds. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Oh, it's running. So paste. Okay, let's clear this. Oh, I should actually change this name. I'll change it to 2, so that way it doesn't overwrite the other one. So if I scroll up, there we go. So what I did down here, I left the video frames at 33. I left all the same. The output I just appended or postfixed 2, so it doesn't override the other one. The scheduler I changed it to simple. The FPS I put 16. The number of steps I changed it to 8 because it was 20. And the seeds made them run random by putting a -1, and basically anything below 0 it will make it random. That's what we did. So number of threads, meaning it's going to use all the CPU threads there. That's fine. So let's go down. Oh, silly me, I forgot to be careful here. Oh, it's already running. Oops. Okay, that's fine. I didn't realize. Yeah, so the GPUs were. Oh, it's already using the GPU. That was pretty quick. So we go down here. I love this part. That's one thing I do like. It loads up very, very quickly. I like that. And you see, when I drop the number of steps, you see it goes. That last step is still taking a while. Oh, it's okay. So that's fine. It still uses the same amount of VRAM. So as you can see, it's going to be this time the sampling completed in 1 minute, and now everything is it's using the VRAM. Now the same settings, if you had a NVIDIA NVIDIA GPU, obviously it'll be way faster. And so clearly, as I said before, this kind of stuff, the automotives, they're obviously geared to having an Intel CPU and obviously an NVIDIA GPU. So because this guy should be flying. Okay, so this one, the big difference, this was 3 times as fast. 100 seconds is what? Less than 2 minutes. Let's go check it out. What do you guys think? It's the same. Yeah, so looks. I don't think that's gonna work. So it looks like I'll just stick to the 5B. So people think I'm crazy. There's a reason I stick to the 5B. 5B does produce results. There's something weird about anything with 2.1. It just doesn't like my system. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't like my system. So again, I can play it. You see, it's just there's nothing there. So that is not. So I think the 2.1 will. It's basically only that works on NVIDIA, as far as I can tell. If any of you guys have AMD systems, let me know your settings. I would like to try, but yeah. So that didn't work. Now I can try again. Maybe tomorrow, if I get it working, I can do a night stream tomorrow and say, hey, I finally got it working. It might be a cache thing, because that's the same thing that happened with this one before I added my own settings, so we can do that as well. Okay, so this noise is annoying me. Okay, so as I said, I can try it later, and hopefully I can get something, especially when the cache is done here. If I do, I'll let you guys know. But clearly it's just producing, it's not even producing noise, it's just producing gray color. So there we go. All right, so with that said, let's finish this up. We don't need this as well. Where are we here? So if you're ready to deepen your Python skills, if this guide sparked your interest in the technical side of AI, you're in luck. Python is a core language used in tools like ComfyUI, PyTorch, and as you saw, even this stable-diffusion.cpp, they do have Python bindings. So you can check out my books, including Learning Python, which is available on Amazon. The link is also in the description. You can also enroll in my online course, also called Learning Python, available on jamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. And if you need personalized guidance I'm available for one-on-one online Python tutorials. You can book a session with me at ojambo.com/contact. And if you want expert setup, if you need assistance with the complex setup, I offer a professional service to install and migrate the WAN 2.2 text to video or any other AI models for you. You can contact me for service integration at ojamboservices.com/contact. Okay, so that's the end of this screencast. Just a quick reminder, I do a live stream every day at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can visit ojambo.com. You go to Watch My Live Summit. You can see topics for what we did earlier today. And obviously upcoming, I can see this one here. We're doing tomorrow. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern. And also be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. It helps the channel grow. And as I promised, everything I learn, I also make available so you guys can learn my knowledge. And if you guys want to share, absolutely, I said I'll share as well. The more we learn, the more knowledge out there, the better for everybody. I'm always trying to improve, and I share so others can also improve if they wish to do it. I'm not forcing you to improve if you don't want to. Okay, so I have 3 other recommended resources. I live in a rural area where there is no internet and the cellular service is sporadic, so I do use the SpaceX Starlink residential service. It's been working very well for me. For example, right now I'm live streaming on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey, and as you guys see, everything is perfectly fine. I'm able to communicate in a live chat and everything as well. So I do have a referral link. I get a month free if you do sign up for the service, and you also get a discount. The amount for the discount, or the type of discount, and its duration is based on your geographical location. For example, today I just found out that if you're in Canada, you do get the equipment for free. So for example, when I bought the equipment, there was a discount for me, so I paid I think $350. But people just a few months before me, they were paying like over $1,000 for the equipment. So the equipment is a significant cost, and that can help you if you're in Canada. Instead, other places have different discounts. Okay, the other thing I want to show is so if you use that's my affiliate link there, the SpaceX Starlink residential service. So the other one is an affiliate link. It's for this little guy here. This is the Honeywell HeatBud personal ceramic heater. It's available on Amazon, and that's my referral link. So if you do purchase this guy and use my referral link, I do get a commission. That's one way you can help support me. And you see it has a switch there. It has a low, high, and obviously off, and has a trip protection here, so meaning that if it trips over, it will automatically switch off. So the low setting, it uses 170 watts. On high setting, it's 250 watts. So this little guy helped me save $100 a month in propane costs from the beginning of about midwinter of this year. So, and the coldest month of Canadian winter is February. I was able to save $100. So just a quick background. When I first moved here, my first year, it was a mild winter. I was spending about $350 a month on propane. Crazy. And then I sought out to reduce that, which I did last year. It took me a little while to start using this guy more. When I did, I said I saved in the coldest. It was very harsh winter. I was able to save $100. So I paid, the most I paid last year was $250 per month. This year, I am hoping to get it down to $150. I should have been able to get down to $120, but it won't be because they're not really getting rid of the carbon tax. But anyways, the point is, I'll get down, and here's how I'll get it down. For example, this past month in October, I never switched on the heater at all. So I saved a tremendous amount of money, because when it's here, I can switch it on if I need a little burst of heat. I don't leave it on all the time. It's just I switch it on maybe for 2-3 minutes. I switch it off, so in an hour, it goes on maybe 5 times. So that's it. For example, like right now, if you can hear that sound, that's the heater. It's set to 15 degrees permanently. Okay, so I don't put it at 20. I just leave it at 15. The reason for that is because I always find what do you call it, central HVAC crazy, because, for example, I'm here, it's heating up all the other rooms. I spend the majority of the time here. Why is it heating up rooms like I'm even the bedroom I sleep in? Why is it heating that up when I'm here, right? And then the funny thing is, when you read online, people tell you that, oh yeah, when you go to bed, then you lower the temperature. That makes no sense. Why don't you just leave the temperature the same, and then the only part I need heat is literally just here, my own personal space right here. That's the only part I need heat, not everywhere. It's crazy. So I'm hoping to save a lot on propane, because propane is delivered. That's another reason it's expensive. So yeah, I'm hoping to save, as I said, another extra $100 this year per month. I wrote an article. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I did write an article. So the article should be up. Yeah, the article should be up now. Yeah, here it is. You see this post unboxing Honeywell HCE 100B ceramic heater. So you can go read about it. And unfortunately, it was hard to determine how much propane I actually use. To be conservative, I based it on when they delivered it. But I'm saying that's not accurate, because they probably just top it up. So what I'm saying is that I might have used more, I might have used less. It's and because the way liquid propane works, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to know how much was actually used. Because of the temperature and all that stuff. So I just based it on that, which is obviously way inaccurate. But I wanted to be on the safe side just in case. But definitely, my bills show that I did save, as I said, $100, and I expect to save another $100 per month. As I said, I already saved a lot because I didn't switch it on. The end of last month was very, very cold, and I started wearing this. Yeah, that's it. All right. So you can use my referral link. And the last thing I'm going to shrill is my novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's by me, Edward Ojambo. You see my name there. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind. Then he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system. And this is the back here. As you can see, there's are pages in there. This is the paperback version. There's also an ebook version. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can get it for free, the ebook version. So check it out and let me know. I made them both as affordable as possible. The majority of the cost goes to, obviously, like this one is obviously printing and shipping, and the ebook is for the storage. So pick it up and let me know what you think, good or bad. I said I want to improve my writing, and this was my first non-programming books. I do want to write more, so let me know, good or bad. All right, and also if you go down to any article, there's also an author bio, so you can have direct links to my book page on Amazon, and if you need support on ojamboservices.com, and then the Ojambo Services, ojamboshop.com courses as well. All right. With that said, I'm going to one more time check all the live chats. I'm going to start with Odyssey. There's nothing in the live chat in Odyssey. I'm going to go to Rumble. There's no live chat today in Rumble. That's fine. BitChute, there's still the only one from Strong Buy who said Bitcoin gets rejected at 101K, dropping hard. Okay, thank you again, Strong Buy, for that. And YouTube, there was no live chat. Okay, that's it, guys. See you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Bye and a good night and good day to all of you, and hope to see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And if I get this working, this WAN 2.1 1.3 model, I'll do a live stream tomorrow night. Otherwise, I will do something else tomorrow night. Okay, bye now.